A verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. We're calling this No Mystery God because there is no mystery God. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So why are you looking outside of you for anything? You create your own reality under the universal laws that governs the creation of the Creator. So there is no mystery God. Everything you need to sustain you is right here on this planet. That's governed by the universal laws that was set forth by the Creator to sustain you as an individual. So you don't have to look to DC or Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or any of these government officials for your salvation, when your salvation is within you, the individual, to build and create out of truth what you need to provide for you and your family. An example, everything that you see that was built, designed out of materials came out of the mind of someone who was thinking. Then they brought that thought into reality, and now we use it. I mean, whatever the chair you sit in had to start. It started off with a thought. Everything you see around you started off with a thought. They may have put a name to it from the individual that created it. May have put his name or the name of a loved one, or just came up with a name. But yet and still, it started off with a thought. That thought, let's put it like this. It started off with a thought. Then the math and the science had to go behind the thought on the dimensions and diameters and circumferences of the shape of how much space will be needed that it would cover so it can serve its objective. You have to do the math on it, how tall you want it to be, what's the width, logically. Now what benefit would one get out of using this product? Will they pay for this product? Am I building something that's useful? Does this product has a need? All that goes into it, and you bring it forth into reality, and bam, there you have it, right? Because you serving a planet that's populated by billions. So there is no mystery God. There is no sky daddy that's gonna walk out from the planets deep out in space and point you in the right direction. You have scriptures, you got books, you got Bible, Quran, you got Torah, you got Kabbalah. You got so many books and guides. You got life as a guide. You have nature as a guide. Study nature. Matter of fact, that's one of the best studies you can study. Study the workings of the bees and the ants, as the Quran states. You will be all right. So it's the individual taking responsibility for him or herself but learning right knowledge to get you in the right frame of mind, because with the indigenous people on the earth, in order for the invaders to come and take the planet or take the earth, then a system of lies and tricks had to be used in order for them to snatch the land right from up under your feet and your noses. So then there's a recommitment or reconnection with the Creator, because if we hadn't rebelled from the Creator, then the paradigm or that void wouldn't have been filled by something that was other than righteousness in order to snatch the land. We got so busy, let's put it like this, we got so busy and rebelling or going against one another to where we created a divide. Then we created something that could come in the middle of that divide and conquer us all. But it was by our hands, and now a repair job is needed. And so you have today on the scene Brother Farrakhan, who delivers mad science, mathematics and science, to elevate the man back to an upright position, so we can once again be in tune or in rhythm with the Creator and the purpose of the creation. And the purpose of the creation wasn't for indigenous people to turn and look at another indigenous person with murder or theft or anything negative on the mind. So they broke the Chad Holly case. Chad Holly, if you remember, in Houston, was savagely beaten by HPD. People protested because the injustice that was served to Chad Holly was wrong. Meaning, him as an individual being excessively beaten by the police in a culture, in an atmosphere where you see it too often, will upset anyone who viewed that beating. So justice has to be rendered. But Chad Holly, as a person, well, we all know that to get at a main objective, the enemy will use one to get at a bigger purpose. Part of one of the tricks been doing it for years. But the gopher, the guinea pig, if the guinea pig or the gopher is an indigenous person, then there's no excuse, really, when you have knowledge on the scene today for the guinea pig to be used as a guinea pig, because knowledge is here now And the guinea pig should understand that you're just being used. So that means then that we have to look at it two ways. Either the one that's being used truly doesn't know that they're being used, or they're willing participants because they was promised gain at the outcome of whatever they were being used as. And if that's so, and that guinea pig turns around and murders an indigenous person, especially a child, then he has to be taken out. I mean, it's sad to say, but hey, that's just what indigenous people cannot go around killing indigenous people. And they can't say, well, I had it hard. I grew up hard. Because there's examples of those who had it harder than that person and was productive citizens in this society that helped themselves, others, and the original people of the planet. How do you make your word bond? When you say you stand for truth and uprightness, because truth and uprightness is not a game. It is the force that moves for us. Truth, the engine that moves, that shapes history, that shapes the present, and that shapes the future is truth. Because what is what is. There's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, so at this time, when indigenous people start harming an upright, innocent indigenous, then it's on. It's nothing can be done or seen. Remind you now, a lot of the information that comes out through the media, it be screwed in a way. It doesn't. It's doctored up, let's say. So that's why mathematics and science is important, because you have to do your own due diligence study on what the actual facts are. You just can't take their word for it simply because it was reported on the news. We know they turn news stories to fit the bigger objective or goal that they have in their minds, because they may want to tear down someone, so they have to position it at a certain angle so it can get the desired effect. Or they trying to build up someone, which they'll tear down later, or they're trying to build up someone for a purpose. So you can't say, ooh, it was on the news. No, you got internet, you got Google it up, research it, check the background, check the dates, check the position, check the angle, check how the weather was. They said that he was seen 40 to 50 yards out, and it's nighttime and street light was out. Then you have to ask yourself, well, how the hell, when he got x-ray vision, how the hell did that happen in the dark? You have to do your own investigative work. But back to Chad Holly, who the people stood up for. It reminds me of the OJ in a sense. People stood up for OJ, but you couldn't keep OJ out white women. You dig it? if this is true, and I hope it's not true, and I hope the evidence is shown that Chad Holly had nothing to do with the death of this 4-year-old, and you are hearing it right here on Verbal Pick Radio. Cole Black, a.k.a. Vince Cole Muhammad, the author of the book Consequence, cdbaby.com, music that you can go purchase, is saying publicly that we have to wait to see and do our own to see if this same Chad Holly that people came behind for, and rightfully so, due to the vicious attack by the police department, later on in return murdered a indigenous 4-year-old who was among the innocent. Then, if it's so, then justice has to be served. Not on the sake of, because out of a racist America who loves to see black people murdered or abused or beat by this justice system. Not at all. For the simple fact that an indigenous killed or murdered an indigenous. That's what we not tolerating. You can't get away with harming an indigenous person because you just want to, or you feel like there's no repercussions, or you're so low on the totem pole that a couple of $100 is worth risking your life, freedom, and the lives of the victim because you haven't figured out that there's no mystery God, that you have to create or bring into reality what you need for yourselves, you utilizing the materials that's on this planet, or out of your own mindset, meaning rightful thinking. If you haven't got that message by now, something wrong. Is what we saying. You done had Million Man, everybody on the planet heard of the Million Man March back in October 16, 1995. Everybody on the planet, the anniversary of the Million Man March, everybody on the planet knows who Brother Farrakhan is. So you can't say, where I'm going to get the knowledge from. You got the internet, it's on YouTube. You can Google it and gather and sit for a day and gather all rightful and right information. You can go back and then dispute it. Do your own due diligence, study. You can apply it by action to see if the result is what was said. A lot of things you can do. You got Money Matters. You have what's the sister name? Man. Speaks on economics. I have to get her name and get back with you all. And it's right on the tip of my tongue. It's early in the morning. You got Dr. Boyce Watkins on money. You have go get some of the old Earl Nightingale tapes on money. Information. The information is the information. And Laura Ingram's good with money. Dave Ramsey on money. Some money. But now I cannot think of the sister's name. Money. But you got a lot of black scholars dealing with ways on how to invest. You got my partner. You heard him on Verbal Pick Radio. LaRon Tate Charles on finances, entrepreneurship as in landlord. So it's out there. It's all in your face, all around you. It's just whether you believe in the information or not, and that's the own individual choice. And sometimes that choice is made out of how you perceive the reality or the environment that you live in, or what's around you that is shaping your thinking. That's on you, the individual. That's not society's burden. You have to want for yourself, and you get out there and produce it. But you can't want for yourself and then turn around and say, hey, society, produce this for me, while I sit back and y'all call me when it's ready. The game don't work like that. It ain't happening. So don't get upset with me. But the facts is just the facts. What it is just what it is. There is no mystery God. And that's a good, and this is a good topic to be discussed at later dates. I want to do something later on that, because in the teaching it says there is no mystery God. And there is no mystery God. I mean, the people got to get this. This has to get over to the people that the fact is no mystery God. Like Tom said on Tom and Jerry, is you is or is you ain't my baby. Ain't no mystery God. Are you or aren't you? You know, you building or you not building. There's no mystery into that. You know, but the one of the greatest buildings that a person can do is raise those children with truth, light, understanding, proper knowledge. Raise the children, the family. Married brothers, spend time with your wife. Build your family up. You know, take care of that woman. She'll take care of you. Take care of home. You know, but your wife, and I understand, when you love your wife is a pearl. You protect that pearl. So we understand. You know, we understand. Keep building. You know, and like Malcolm said, you don't bring your business out in the public. You come out with a united front, but you go discuss it behind closed doors, come to the solution, then come out in a united front into the public and keep building. But you don't air your dirty laundry out for the whole world to see. Not at all. This Verbal Pick Radio, I believe we're going live. You know, whatever you can send as far as, I don't know, email might be up there, text, whatever, because y'all got to remember, I'm not doing this for any type of fame or glory or for TV camera rights or, you know, because I want to be seen in the public eye, and I'm not doing none of this for those reasons. I'm just conversing with people, friends, families, Facebooks or whatnot, because doing so much to where I can't interact with everyone, and I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends from Houston to Florida, Atlanta, Dallas, you know, Vegas, and so, you know, I can't, it's not enough time in the day to sit and kick it with all my partners and friends and my female friends. So what I have to do is put this on Spreaker Thoughts, and we converse in that way. They hit me back and say, Black, this and that, yo, you should do this and that. You know, and it's not personal. You know, we having fun. We dropping knowledge. I believe, and Dr. Neely Fuller said that you shouldn't even, you don't have nothing constructive to say or to build. You even talk to one another. Because he said in the end, all it's going to do is lead to some conflict or a fight. So when we deal with each other, we dealing with something constructive, because we need to focus on rebuilding ourselves and repairing the damage that was done to us for over 461 years in slavery right here in the wilderness of North America. So we don't have time to, even when you out partying, or if you out at the club, build. Talk about some real knowledge. You know, use that as a time, because we know you're going to the club. You're going to have a couple of drinks. So talk about something constructive then while you at it. You know, don't waste all the time away. Get it in. Get a quick couple of paragraphs in on what's righteous and building, and brainstorm, have a meeting of the minds on what can be done, and you might can build with that person, So yeah, that's where it's at. Keep building. And those of you all that's listening, Club Doshades on FM 529 near Barker Cypress. This Friday, Gino will be singing R&B up and coming Houston sensation. Gino getting ready to do his thing. What's up to Big? What up to the Coffee Brothers, the Roger, Brother Low Key, them boys from the 6. Big what up to Devin the Dude. What's up, South Side, North Side, whole H-Town, East, West, whatever, we putting it together. Cypress, Texas in the house. Lame Creek, South Springs, the whole Cypress area putting it down, building. I like Cypress because majority of the people that I met in Cypress, it's all about building. Man, we gonna build this community. We finna get our yards together. We gonna live out on the lake. We finna take care of business. We finna open up stores, barber shops, restaurants, brothers opening up clubs. You got filming being done. You got the interview, which I'm a part of, that's coming out. So yeah, definitely, man. Cypress is on the rise, is rolling. Much love to Cypress, Texas. I mean, if you haven't been out there, and especially at Club Doshades, Island Spice Grill, the lot of indigenous people are owning businesses in Cypress and is moving. So much love to Cypress, Texas. Much love to Houston as a whole. We definitely putting it down. But make sure y'all come out this Friday, which would be the, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, Club Doshades, Friday night, 9 p.m. Come check out Gino, R&B coming up out of H-Town. Verbal Pick Radio, and we out. Oh yeah, before I go, Muhammad 2G, what's up? Muhammad 2G went to school out in Cypress, putting it down. Platinum artist. What you looking at, wrote for Whitney Houston. Don't you go nowhere. Y'all check it out. I mean, there's artists out there. Highway 6 is rolling. Them boys from the 6. Now we out.